On May the 6th, 2024, a hiker hiking the Appalachian Trail found something really disturbing. A hiker found dog treats stuffed with fish hooks while walking the Appalachian Trail. The treats were found near the North Trail Loop, where the path leads to the George W. Outbridge Shelter in Washington Township, Pennsylvania. There has also been reports of mountain bikers encountering booby traps on other trails, including one where a rider found barbed wire hidden in an ivy bush. After finding multiple booby traps that were apparently placed there on purpose to injure dirt bikers or ATV riders. The wires were strung between two trees, clearly intended to seriously injure motorcycle riders or even to kill them. The Appalachian Trail is a hiking trail in the eastern United States, extending almost 2,200 miles. Known to be the world's longest hiking trail, more than 3 million people hike segments of the trail each year. The Appalachian region and its people have historically been stereotyped by observers, with the basic perceptions of Appalachians painting them as backwards, rural, anti-progressive. These widespread limiting views of Appalachia and its people began to develop in post-Civil War. Those who discovered Appalachia found it to be a very strange environment. These depictions have persisted and are still present in common understandings of Appalachia today, with a particular increase in stereotypical imagery during the late 1950s and 1960s. According to Professor Roberta M. Campbell of Miami University, Hamilton, the stereotype of the backward, barefoot, poor, white hillbilly is the most common stereotype of the Appalachian people. The horror movie Wrong Turn being based on the Appalachian Mountains, friends hiking the Appalachian Trail are confronted by the Foundation, a community of people who have lived in the mountains for hundreds of years. The first part in the Wrong Turn film series, it follows a group of 6 individuals being stalked by a cannibal family in the woods of West Virginia. Appalachia runs throughout the Great Smoky Mountains and encompasses 7 states in the southern US. Many of the original white settlers in Appalachia came from the British Isles, and they brought stories of superstitions that have evolved over the years. As time went on, white settlers' stories mixed with Native American and African American legends and built the region into one of the great mysteries it is today. Over 2 centuries ago, eerie ghost lights began appearing over Brown Mountain in North Carolina. The first eyewitness to report the lights was a German engineer, John William Gerard. In his 1771 journal about lights over the mountains were passed down over the years. Many who have seen the lights say the glowing orbs dance over the hills soundlessly until they silently dissipate and explode over the rolling peaks. Beginning in 1966, a strange year for phenomena occurred in West Virginia and Ohio. It began with 2 couples who, while driving past an abandoned World War II TNT factory, saw a huge, man-like bird with glowing red eyes flying parallel to the car, starting the legend of Mothman spreading down over the years. The Bell family moved to the Red River bottomland in Robertson County, Tennessee around the turn of the 19th century. About a decade after moving into their log-built home, the family began experiencing strange activity, knockings, scratchings and dragging things across the floor. The activity continued to escalate, and the Bell's daughters began complaining that someone or something was pulling on their sheets and pinching them while they slept. Known as the Bell Witch, the activity became so notorious that General Andrew Jackson and his men visited the farm, and after a night of harassment from the witch, departed quickly. After John Bell died in 1820, the entity claimed she had poisoned him. She disappeared and reappeared to the family several times throughout the 1820s. Known as the Appalachian Murders, can refer to several tragic events, including the 1988 murder of Rebecca Wright and the 2008 murder of Meredith Emerson. On average, there's been 1 murder every 4 years since 1974 on the Appalachian Trail.
Yo, you know the barbed wire right here? Barbed wire. Like actually stuck.
The idea of feral and cannibalistic people in the Appalachia is harmful and a stereotype that demonizes people who live in remote areas. Some people in the Appalachia live in the remote areas, which can lead to a sense of isolation and a different way of life, but this does not mean they are feral or cannibalistic. In the Appalachian Mountains, unexplained mysteries and legends are commonplace, and they are sure interesting. In 2017 in North Carolina, a hiker's foot was impaled by a purposely placed nail on a trail. According to reports, an unknown person nailed at least 60 spikes on trails in the area. The nails were almost 4 inches long and were hammered into roots and logs on an angle, increasing the hazard level. Certain hiking trails are known for their spooky reputations and the stories of strange occurrences and unexplained events, but there's no denying that there are people up there intentionally trying to hurt people.